time when it's sunny, no, sorry, rainy. It's rainy. Rainy day. I prefer spend my time at home, reading, study something, or watching movie. It's what I do. Things like that.
Drinking a chocolate, right? Or
Yes,
coffee. I don't like coffee,
but
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 chocolate I love.
but it's hot. It's rainy, but it's hot at the same time.
Yeah,
So
here as well. And you, Felipe Valeriano.
Hi, and my name is Felipe. I was born in Pitangui City, state from Minas Gerais, and but I live in Rio de Janeiro. I am agronomist and work with research. I I am doing my postdoctor and university, Universidade Federal do Rio de Janeiro. I love the dog. I have four dogs. I don't like cats, and yes, just eat. Thank you.
Why
Ah,
not?
eu sou do inglês inicial, eu esqueci de comentar isso. Parece que não tem hoje inglês inicial, então estou aqui.
Uh, Feel free to mix English and Portuguese. Uh, Sometimes you can talk in Portuguese.
Ok,
No one judge you. Everyone here to learn and having fun, of course.
ok, thank you,
But
thank you.
but it's your first time here on TNT?
No, 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 no. Oh, no. Last week, I participated in on last week. I had opportunity and what and your immersion in English.
Oh,
Yes, this is in my second times in your immersion. But oh, I I already and I am already and I sorry forget and words and talking and I believe it and maybe for months.
okay. So so you participated, attended my meeting last weekend, and you
Yes,
stay quiet in the just in the chat. I remember that, but now
yes, yeah.
now you have the courage to talk. It's a great path step that you take.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for sharing, Felipe. And you,
Well,
how?
Hi guys, I'm Raul, I'm 28. I live in São Paulo, and just like Rebecca, I choose to be here because it's a rainy day, so I'm not leaving my house today. And I live in São Paulo, but I'm from Brasilia, near to Goiânia, to where Jefferson lives. I work with communications and marketing, and I came to São Paulo to work. And in my free time, I like to go to concerts. I like to go to theater. I like to go to restaurants to know new places to eat and stuff like that. And that's it.
Thank you for sharing, Raul. And you, Wanda?
Hello, everyone. And today here is really hot. Oh my gosh, terrible day. I'm Wanda. I'm from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. I'm a dentist. I have a odontologic clinic. And I love cats. I have two, but I love dogs too. I love birds. I love lions. I love all nature. And what else? I have 2 sons, 2 daughters-in-law, and 1 grandson. Is that?
Thank you for sharing, Wanda. So now we are online on YouTube, and I'll explain a bit how TNT works for the guys on YouTube. It's a platform to talk a language. Here we talk 4 languages, but soon come another language as Germany or other language, I think. Germany, Chinese, or Japanese, I don't remember, Mandarin, Chinese. But yeah, it's not a class here. It's just a immersion to talk language. I'm not a teacher. I'm here just to guide the conversation and bring the questions and try to do other people talk, you talk, and yeah, it's a safe place to learn and to talk everything. No one judge you, even your English, even your tops, because everyone has a different tops here, and feel free to talk and say everything you want, and of course having fun. And that's it, guys. Let's start with the questions. Everybody has the question, right? Okay. So, like, as I said before, no, I'm not, but Jefferson said empathy. Today we're gonna talk about empathy, and I bring 10 questions about that. And the question number 1 is, how would you describe empathy to someone who didn't know the meaning? What do you think, Jefferson?
I think empathy is the ability to understand and share of the feelings of another person. That's very, very curious. You put the other side to see the feelings and try to understand this. I do this all the time with my students to understand what I'm feeling with my class, with my quizzes, with my exercise, something like this. And sometimes not so easy, sometimes we can felt a lot of difficulties. So I try to understand and to help them. I think it's very important. What else? You can think about some emotions too. And sometimes the guy loves to speak in class, sometimes very shy. So, and I try to see this, how can I can understand this, that emotional presentation, and how can I change this? And I think that's it. And some experience too, yeah. I can answer later, okay, but empathy for me is, in short terms, is to understand, to share the feelings of the feelings of another person.
Yeah, I think everybody know the meaning of the empathy, but no, some people don't understand the meaning. But I agree with you, Jefferson. Empathy is everything you said, and you understand it's not about you understand the another person who, for example, a poor guy and you are a rich guy. It's not you understand the situation, but you try feeling that and try help that person with the trouble in the step that they do. For example, you are a professor on the university. You have the different life of your student, but you try understand what they pass. you don't pass that, but you try help them with the trouble in the way that they have on the university, for example, is important because some people don't think that just I know that, so everyone know as well. I had some professor who hadn't empathy, so it is important understand them, not feeling, not pass it the same, but try to understand. And Giovanna, what do you think about empathy?
I totally agree, Jefferson, you. And I can add, it's putting yourself in someone else's position and feeling what they are feeling. I think, and see the things with the point of view of the others. I think it is that, talk about that. Yeah, it's my point.
Yeah, it's difficult, right?
Yeah.
And you, Raul, what do you think?
I agree with all of you. Besides putting yourself in someone else's position, I think empathy is about being open to listen to another person, you know, to be open to try to listen and try to understand the other person position or something the other person is struggling. So yeah, I think empathy is about wearing someone else's shoes, but also being able and open to listen to that person, to make that person comfortable about sharing uh, their thoughts or what they're struggling with. And I think that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And what do you think, Felipe? Felipe?
Oi, estão me ouvindo? Travou.
Ah, yeah.
Olha.
Oh, okay. And you, Rebecca? Um,
Oi, estão me
okay.
ouvindo?
Yeah, eu tô ouvindo.
Ah, a conexão. And I could say that empathy is understanding and raising the feeling of another person and another experiencing and story and life story and other things and particularly and about the people. Yes, it's my opinion.
Thank you for sharing, Felipe. Felipe, sorry. And you, Rebecca, what do you think?
I agree with everyone here. And if I was explain someone what is empathy, I think it's to see yourself in the other side, but you're not there in that side. You're not in the other side, but we can imagine if I was in that side and try to see the situation in other point of view. And I think it is that empathy is this kind of exercise to try explore other experience that I don't have. For example, I don't have this experience, this life, but I will try to see this as if I was this person in that situation. I will try. I think it's an exercise as much as we try it can improve. It's more or less it.
Thank you for sharing, Rebecca. So everybody had the almost the same answer about the empathy. So in general, empathy is understand the other side and not to pass the same situation, but try understand what other people pass and try help them. Sometimes it's more understand the situation. So now the question number 2 is: can empathy be taught, or is it a natural ability? What do you think, Raul?
I think it can be taught, especially kids. I think we can teach our kids to have more empathy, so they will grow as better adults. But yeah, I think it's something that you can exercise. You can teach other people to see the world in a different way, in a different perspective, to see, to respect the diversity, to, trying to see the other person like a human being. And I don't know, I think we can it's something we can teach, and I would say especially to kids. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, I agree with you, because me now it's a person, but me in the future could be totally different, right? So we learn every single day. We know other people every single day in the work, when you go to the grocery store, you know people, and that experience could be teach that person, that people could uh, teach you love the other person, and of course learning the empathy. So I agree with you how as mainly the child could be a person who had empathy for to others. And you, Wanda?
Oh, and I totally agree with you. I think we can teach it, mostly the children, as how said. I think to connect people, the connection of people needs to taught to understand each other, and teaching children to get empathy and put themselves in another place to see with the point of view of the another one. And children used to be an egoistic person, but we need to taught to show how the life is and need to is.
Yeah, it's most how you take care of the child than the child, because for example, if you see a child who has uh, privacy, privacy is due to the mother or father, the environment. So if you teach for the child empathy, the child grow as an empathy person. So
Yeah,
it's important teach as soon as possible.
yeah, totally.
And you, Rebecca?
That's it. Yes, we can teach empathy, and also we can learn around our life. And also, but I think some people, they are more natural, more sensitive about it, without know what is empathy definition. They know how to do it in their life. they're more sensitive. But that's it about children being selfish. I agree, especially with teenager, they are more selfish. It's the profile of them of that age. But yes, they can learn in different environments at home and school. I think it's a topic that involve empathy involve other subjects. For example, about diversity, inclusion. It's about empathy too, and we are learning about it. I agree with all thoughts.
Yeah, for that it's so essential. Uh, we have the connection with the other people, uh, the human that connection. It is important because you learn a lot of things in different environment. I just said, Rebecca, in the school, at home. um at work, and everywhere we go, we need to have uh, empathy. And you, Felipe?
Oh, I like this topic about empathy because, and for example, in university is a place where you find a lot of people without empathy. And I had an horrible experience in my PhD. Yes, but I believe that empathy is a skill, and therefore, and people can learn and exercise this empathy daily. I believe that the family environment has a great power for this. And yes, I believe it. Oh, meu Deus, travou novamente.
No, I can hear you.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Okay, so let's move on for the question number. Let me jump the question number 3 for the question number 4. Does the lack of empathy contribute to social and political conflicts? What do you think, Wanda? The
Yeah,
question number 4.
of course. The lack of empathy, if I don't want to hear about another point of view, I get inside in my bubble and get many conflicts. Today, here in Brazil, we have many conflicts because they live in bubbles. We live in bubbles, and it's a totally lack of empathy. We need to connect to each other, accept the point of view of the other, and talk to and listen more to understand another one. Yeah, for me is that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Uh, I learned to be have empathy because when I was a teenager, I haven't because as you said, I lived in my bubble, in my world. So now I'm learning how the world works, because I'm not living in my house with my father and mother anymore. Now I live for me in another house. So I learned a lot about empathy, about uh, money, a lot of things. So it is important to get out of your bubble for learning many things, not just empathy. I agree with you.
Totally agree.
And you, Rebecca?
Now I think as it some conflicts they happen because we are different point of view, different profile. But when it's about empathy, I think it's when we cannot accept the difference, and it is a strong and hard conflict because that person is not like me. They don't. It's very different, and I think it's a little about the reality too, different realities, and sometimes I feel social and political conflict happen because of it. Uh, if he's not the same as me, is I don't accept. Even when something wrong come from other person, we cannot make how can I say milagre. Okay, we need to understand what that person is. It's not a crime. It's not a crime. And and that's it. Maybe for example, if it's some I wanna change something, I disagree about something, there are other paths to do that. I don't believe in being conflict with all people all time. It is a profile of someone that has empathy. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rebecca. You, Felipe, the question number 4. Can you hear me? Okay, I'll skip the Felipe for a while. And you, Raul? You're muted.
I'm sorry, forgot to unmute. That's for sure. I think that's the one of the biggest problems in the world, in the society, because the lack of empathy makes you not respect different point of views and different lifestyles and different human beings. And when you don't respect that, you the humanity of other people is just taken away. So that makes wars happen, that makes discrimination happens, that makes a lot of bad things in our society happens because of this lack of empathy. So that this definitely affects our social and political situations.
If politicals had been empathy, the Brazil and the world could be different, right? But they don't have it. So, and you, Felipe, now you can hear me?
Yes, yes. And do you can repeat the question about?
Yeah,
And
it is question number 4. Does the lack of empathy contribute to social and political conflict?
oh yes, sure, sure. And many conflicts happen because this is no empathy, and because and the politicians or another persons and maybe the word and ignorar seria o quê? Eu não sei em inglês. Ignorar and the specific situations and all the odd other country and other things. Yes, and for me, you can avoid many conflicts by using empathy.
I agree with you. Totally agree. And Felipe, as you said, the lack of the empathy contribute for problems, conflict, right? And so, can you give me an example or way that you develop your empathy skills? The question number 6 now. What are some ways that you can develop your own empathy skills? Can you answer that question?
Felipe.
Não, você poderia enviar as questões? Tá travando
okay.
um pouco o áudio.
Okay. It's the question number 6.
Oh, number 6. Okay. You can. Alguns caminhos. Okay. I believe and I like it and passei. Oh, meu Deus, travei.
Pode falar em português.
Psicólogo seria psychology?
Psychologist, yeah.
Yes, I believe it is an important way for develop any emotions and feeling, and you can do an reflection about it and society, about it and community, about other things. For example, I had an an experience in United States. I I I could and development my empathy because I worked with then disability people with people and pessoas especiais, disability people. This is very important for me because I could and I could look and with another outros olhos, another I don't know, sorry. Mas enfim, trabalhar esse sentimento social, eu acho que é um bom caminho, é uma boa iniciativa.
Yeah. When you attend some social projects, you work the empathy skills. As you worked in a disability conditions, people.
Yes.
Some people work as helping animals and other as another project. So other projects. So it is important to participate on that because you develop a lot of that skills. In the university, we work as many projects, the same purpose, but in different categories. But it is important for developing our feelings, our empathy skills, our many other skills as well. Wanda, what do you think? The question number 6.
Yeah, for me, the first of all the things, you need to break up your bubble, or you need to try to break up your bubble. And like you do, you live in another place, you see many other thoughts about many things, about our planet, our lives. And I think we need to break up and try to listen the point of view, the another bubble. Why they think against your thoughts? Why? They have no reason, or they have a reason too. And try to see, and don't live in a strong bubble all the time. Put another lay in your bubble. Don't put that. Open, take off the lace, and go and see the life with another point of view.
Yeah, it's not just you are inside in a matrix and go out that and join another matrix. So it is important to have a different point of views. Yeah, I know.
Red pills, blue pills.
Yeah, it is important because it's not just about empathy, but you open your mind for many other different abilities, skills.
Yeah,
As for example, you start to be more empathic person, but you open your mind for new opportunity as well. It's not
yeah,
just
of course.
empathy, but that's it. For example, the when I changed, I moved for the another state. Uh, for me, it's not my hometown. It's the best place. But now I see different things. I knew different people, and for that I start to learn new language. I start to have more communication with different kind of people. So it is important to go outside of your matrix.
Yeah.
um,
Open your mind.
yeah, that's it. And you, Rebecca?
I think it's a volunteer to be a volunteer help to improve the empathy. Also, but in my case, what I do in my life, what I think that I can do is to be a good listener. Because if I fail in my perception, maybe seeing what the other person is saying can help me understand that I was wrong. For example, I think it's a trustable way to improve the empathy, to be open to listening, be a good listener. I think it's a key. Also, but not about me. Generally, I think you go a psychologic. I agree with Felipe. It's very good. They'll help people with a lot of problem, develop a lot of skills. Not a problem. If you're not empathy, you have a problem. A lot of skills. I agree that if more people would have this access, it would help them. And that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Volunteer, mainly in place where people are poor people, as Africa or in Brazil as well. There is a lot of place, poor place where people need helping. So you start to be more understand more than, and you start to see the different uh, lives, style of life, lifestyle. Sorry. Yeah. And you, how? What do you think?
I think we should try to be more open-minded. We should open our minds to the differences, to I think just like Vanda, I think we should open ourselves to discover new cultures, new lifestyles, try to have friendship with people from different social groups, try to, yes, to get out of your bubble. I think that's a way you can be more empathic to the other.
For that, I don't judge anyone because I don't know where they went before, how the way that they live it. So because some people don't have the empathy because they didn't see the different lives, the different realities. So for that, I don't judge anyone. So the question number 10, the last one. Do you think it is important to feel empathy towards animals as well as humans? I think. It is important. Wanda, what do you think?
Totally important. We need to feel empathy with a fish, a marine life, suffer a lot with pollution. We need to get empathy with our planet, trees, animals, and everything needs to help. I think our planet ask for help, and you need to give up to fight each other all the time, because no beautiful things, and see more our planet. It asks for help now.
Yeah. If animals suffer, trees suffer, our planet suffer as well. Us as
Yeah.
suffering together, because
Yeah,
now you see uh, uh, the the environment. It's a mess. Rainy in day that summer rainy, sometimes uh, other stations rainy as well, or is cold, sometimes hot. So the world is a mess because we don't talk before about the animals, about the environment, and now we suffering for that. So it is important to think in a whole thing. It's not just the humans, but the environment as well.
yeah, everything have connections. If one suffer, everything suffer too.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think, Raul?
I'm with you guys. Having empathy, feel empathy towards animals is feeling empathy towards humans. Is the same thing because we are connected, and we need to take care of the animal life so we can save the planet. We can still be here alive, and to take care of animals is to take care of humans, of ourselves. So yes, it's really important, and I think we should definitely be more careful about it.
It is not just to uh, save dogs or save cats on the street. Of course, we did help. You should help there in that case. But as other animals, as I said, marine animals, uh, birds, everything as whole, it is important to maintain the life on the earth for us. So yeah. And you, Rebecca, what do you think?
I totally agree. We need to have empathy to animals, because we can think we are animals that can think. So we are not the same as them. One, because we can think, I think we should care about other animals. And in a, and it's true that, for example, you said about cats, dogs, but it's true when an animal is it's ameaçado, it's being ameaçado, it usually it deal in other consequences with a lot of problems. And when we don't care about animals, seems simple sometimes. Maybe an animal that we even don't listen too much about has a lot of consequences around it. But I totally agree. But especially about cats and dogs, because I like to them more than others, and also I forgot the name, porco. Also is the animal that I like, and that's it. Then.
Yeah. Um, I totally agree with you. That is, we see the consequence of the extinction of the animals. For that, it is important to maintain the balance between help human and help the animals. Sometimes help more the animals than human, because the world is the way that we stay now due to the humans. Animals don't do that. They preserve our environment. They just live their lives. So the human, it is a problem.
Yeah,
And you, what? Go ahead.
no.
And you, Felipe, what do you think? The question number 10.
Ok, eu vou responder essa em português.
Go
Bom,
ahead.
eu acho muito importante, até porque uma coisa não anula a outra, né? A empatia ao ser humano, não só a questão aos animais, mas também a flora, né? Toda a natureza, né? Às vezes a gente tem a mania de não relacionar a empatia com, vamos supor, com a mata, com a floresta, justamente por ser césseis, ou talvez por não expressar as emoções que conhecemos, mas elas se expressam também dentro da maneira, né, do conhecimento que a botânica nos traz. E eu acho extremamente importante, sabe, essa consideração de sensibilizar, de ter um olhar delicado, sensível. Eu acho que muitas vezes as pessoas são muito egoístas, sabe? Eu acho que falta um pouco disso, desse olhar sensível, de se colocar ali e de pensar o que isso pode causar, né? O que a minha falta de sensibilidade, de empatia pode causar, mas eu a praticando, como eu posso também resolver certas situações? Como eu posso ajudar? Quando só uma experiência, quando eu vim morar no Rio, eu me impactei bastante, porque eu sou de Minas e aqui no Rio, capital, é uma realidade às vezes muito fria as pessoas, sabe? A falta de sensibilidade, de empatia é muito grande. Então isso foi bem impactante para mim que sou do interior e às vezes isso é mais talvez pela questão de tempo, não sei, ou talvez pela violência, seja um pouco mais explorado em algumas regiões, né? Mas eu sempre tento exercer, né? Eu tento entrar em algum trabalho voluntário, uma coisa assim, né? E é isso.
Você falou muito bem, mas eu concordo com isso, principalmente nessa questão de mudança de um estado para outro, em que você é recepcionado de uma forma diferente, porque aqui eu sinto mais ou menos a mesma coisa que você. Eu consigo ver também na questão do até os animais de rua, porque eu morei em Minas também, e lá até os animais de rua eles são mais amáveis. Aqui parece que como as pessoas não tratam tão bem os animais de rua, eles ficam mais agressivos. Então você pode ver essa diferença também da empatia, até mesmo que os animais têm. Então você consegue sentir um pouco. Oi?
É verdade. Você está no Rio também?
Não, eu estou no estado de São Paulo.
Ah, sim, é verdade.
Mas é isso mesmo, a gente não consegue ver essa diferença a gente tem que pensar num todo, né? O que vai causar para um animal, o que vai causar para a gente também, para o ambiente em si, porque é que nem muitos fazendeiros, porque falam que teve aquela tal de COP26, que falavam lá que iam tentar diminuir algumas paradas aí, que os fazendeiros, né, eles desmatam, eles criam bois, e que isso causa esse efeito estufa que está acontecendo. Então, é importante ver essas realidades também que as nossas ações estão causando com o mundo, com o climate change. So, guys, time is over. It was so important to talk about that. I put it on the chat the link about that conversation. If you wanna give me some new ideas to bring in new topics for us in next meeting, please put it there. I hope you in the next Saturday, the same time. And that's it, guys. Have a good weekend and good new week, short week, of course, because we have our holiday. So bye-bye. See
Thank
you later.
you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good weekend.
Next week.